of people after last year said Ronnie Coleman's going to retire. He'll never come back to the Olympia stage. You said, forget all that. I'll be back, and I'll get number 9.
Well, I said something like that.
I'm paraphrasing, of course, right?
Yeah. Every time I step on the stage, I come to win, and tomorrow will be no different. So let the war begin.
Well, Ronnie, we were here last year. I asked Jay Cutler if he lost what he would do. He says, if I lose, I will cut my hair. I asked you if you lost, you said, I asked if you would grow hair. True to your word, here we are.
Well, I just wanted to see if it would grow.
Well, last year you asked Ronnie a lot of questions. One of those questions was, Ronnie, what would you do if by chance you lost last year's contest? And to that he responded, Bob, stop asking so many stupid questions. You guys were here, you heard it. As it turns out, Ronnie, it really wasn't all that dumb a question. So really the question is, you've had a year now to think about last year's contest. So my question to you is, looking back, you've seen the photos, we've talked about this, who in your mind was the rightful winner at last year's Olympia?
Undoubtedly me. Who else am I gonna say? That was a stupid question too, right there.
Hey, at least it was Dan this time. At least we're consistent. Hey, I'll ask the stupid questions around here, okay?
Ronnie, let's be fair. We've talked about it. You've looked at the photos. Let's put it on the side now. When you look at those comparisons and you see, do you think you had Ronnie beat, or you had Jay beat last year? Because we've heard that. A lot of people even feel that way. So the question is, did the judges get it wrong?
There you go again with them stupid questions. What makes you think I'm gonna change my mind?
Good point, Ronnie. Well, here's the guy who thought the judges had it absolutely right, and he is your Mr. Olympia, Jay Cutler.
Well, what can I say? All those years I was second place, and finally last year won the title. And yeah, Ronnie slipped up a little bit, and that saved my hair last year. So I have to thank him for that, because I didn't want to be bald.
With my pleasure.
But I really want to see if you can grow your hair as long as mine, Ronnie.
I don't think so.
Nah, it's something that's gone back and forth all year. Of course, when you have a new champion, and I remember sitting here every year, and you guys would ask me, are you going to win? And I said, of course. I was second every year, and the second place guy always thinks he should win. So does the third and the fourth and the fifth,
So does the 15th, the 16th, the 21st.
But I think, with Ronnie and myself, we both started at the end of the ladder. I was 15th at my first Olympia. I think he was last. But,
Dead last.
And, I moved up from 8th to 2nd. Probably I should have won that year and beat Ronnie that year.
Like you said, that's what they all say when they get second.
That's what we all say. So, I think we've had a great year. I think it's brought a lot of buzz back to the sport of bodybuilding. And, Ronnie and myself, I don't think there's any real hard feelings. But like you said, it's going to be a battle. I want to win the title back, and he wants to get his title back. And, we both want to walk out of here with a Sandow. And obviously, I've only had one, and he's had 8. So we both have certain goals we want to reach, and I think, with him, I thought in the beginning it would probably be probably a bad idea for him to come back and try to win. I think he established a legacy that I feel he did a very good job, and most respected. I mentioned a million times, it was a great, great honor to compete against Ronnie, but I can understand why he wants to come back and win record-breaking 9, and, all his fans out here, you guys have been great to him, and I know I gained a lot of support over the years through new fans, and I do appreciate that, and I'm sure all these other athletes. But honestly, I'm not just thinking about Ronnie, it's everyone else. There's a lot of new potential here, and one thing I noticed last night, just to give you guys a little insight, I went to the athletes meeting, and I know years ago when I was competing in the Olympia, it seemed like you show up at the meeting, everyone kind of had down faces. The guys have been here so many times over. We've been through it a million times, but I see so many new faces and so much more excitement. I just feel that the sport's actually, it's reached a new level, and I think so many new guys, I don't know how many guys, this is their first Olympia in the competition. It's great. You know, it's great to have new fans, new families out there, and then also the new athletes competing. So I want to wish these guys the best in their first Olympia. And I think, I mean, remember I started off at 15, so I just, you know, I think first time is always difficult, but I know some of these guys are going to break through, so I wish the best on Saturday to you guys, and really try to enjoy it, because it is a true honor to be on the stage with the best.
You know, Bob, they say the best way to declare yourself a legitimate Olympia, that Victor Martinez might be the most qualified.
Well, I worked up to it, you know, it's not anything I was handed down. So I worked up to it, and it's definitely something I worked up hard for. And, you know, following, you know, Ronnie's 8th time, and then Jay's second, you know, a few times, and then finally getting first, you know, it's going to be something really tough to crack, but I'm here to do it, you know, and I'm focused, and I'm bringing something different, you know, and it's going to be very interesting this weekend.
Oh, win. And we all want to be the best we possibly can be. But unfortunately, you know, there can only be one winner. You know, God has a position for all of us, you know, and whatever our position is in life, and or whatever our calling is in life, you know, that's what we have to accept. You know, we can't all win. Just making it to this stage is an absolute honor in itself. And I've always considered it to be an honor. And I'm always honored to win. That's why every time you see me winning, it's like it's the first time me winning. And it's not me trying to put on a show. I'm just glad to be here. You know, for the most part, I didn't really choose to become a bodybuilder. This was chosen for me. And that's the point I'm trying to make here. You know, everybody has a purpose in life. Everybody is called to do something in life. And this is pretty much what, you know, God called me to do. And I'm absolutely happy each and every day that I wake up every morning. And it's because I've accepted my calling, and I'm having the absolute best time of my life. And it couldn't be no better. You know, I lost last year. I wasn't supposed to win. You know, we're all God's kids. Jay Cutler won. He's one of God's children too. So I was just as happy for Jay as I was for me. Of course, I was disappointed, but I was still happy because, you know, I won 8 times, so I can't be mad about anything.
Well said, Ronnie.
You know, Ronnie, you made the announcement. Why is now the right time to make this your final Mr. Olympia?
Well, I've been competing in Miss Olympia since 1992, and that's a long time. And after a while, you do something all the time, you kind of get tired and you want to do something else. You eat ice cream every day. After a while, you get tired of eating it.
Not the ice cream thing again.
I didn't go apples and oranges, I went ice cream.
All right.
So you just want to move on and do something else. I'm not retiring from the sport of bodybuilding. I'm still going to be here. I'm just not going to compete in Miss Olympia. I'm going to give, you know, these other guys a chance to become Mr. Olympia because, you know, everybody wants to be the best. And, you know, I've been the best for all these years, and now, you know, it's time for me to move on and let somebody else be the best.
Let's give it up for one of the greatest of all time, Ronnie Coleman.